What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be explaining the 3 things that I did that gave me the physique that I've always desired. And I'm going to preface this by saying that prior to this, around late 2023, early 2024, I trained the same way then that I train now. So I'm not even going to be talking about the way that I train, except I'll tell you what I do. But this crazy progress that I saw over the span of, 6, 7, 8 months is all from other things that I'm going to talk about. This has nothing to do with me changing my style of training. So that's first. So the first thing that I did was attack my nutrition, because I wanted to lose weight. I wanted my abs back. I wanted that definition. And I was eating chicken and rice. I was eating rice cakes. I was eating, protein granola and bagels, or English muffins, and all this stuff that you want to get lower. I was eating low calorie tortillas with frozen grilled chicken, microwavable grilled chicken, all that stuff, which, yes, I was getting the calories, and I was trying to lose weight. Yes, I was getting the calories in, but I just was not getting the results that I wanted at all. So what I decided to do was I was going to go all in on the animal-based diet that was taking, social media by storm. So I said, why not? Why don't I just give it a try? So I went to the store, bought a bunch of ground beef, steaks, eggs, and potatoes and rice. And then I had some Greek yogurt too. Those were really and fruit, obviously, and some fruit. So that's all I got. And I just decided I was going to figure out, how much ground beef, how many eggs for breakfast, how much ground beef for lunch, and how much steak for dinner I could eat to get my body weight in protein, or close to, within 10 grams, with 3 meals. With those 3 meals, that's all I wanted to do, was get my protein goal for the day. And I knew that since I was eating whole foods, I wasn't eating anything that, any of that other stuff that, comes, that you get at the store. This was all whole foods. I was eating all whole foods except for the Greek yogurt. And because I was using that to help curb my cravings. So those are my 3 meals. In the morning, I was having eggs. And also I should say too, I did have turkey bacon. Sometimes if I was, craving something else, I'd give myself, normal bacon. But yeah, eggs and turkey bacon for breakfast. I was literally having ground beef and rice, white rice, or ground beef and sweet potatoes for lunch. And then for dinner, I was having steak, sweet potatoes, or regular potatoes, or rice. And then in all those meals, I'm having fruit. And I would allow myself to have fruit throughout the day. And I knew that since I was eating whole foods, it would be hard for me to get over those calories. Unless I'm having, 3 ribeyes, or like 2 huge, massive ribeyes, and like 4 eggs and a whole sweet potato twice or 3 times a day. Yeah, you're not going to go over your calorie intake. You're just not. It is pretty hard to overeat on whole foods. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty hard. Like today, I don't even know what time it is right now. And I've had 3 eggs, half a pound of ground beef, and half a cup of rice. And a couple pieces of fruit. And I think it's got to be like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's all I've had today. And I'm going to get home, later, maybe 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, and have the rest of that ground beef and the rest of that rice. And then for dinner tonight, around, 6:30, 7 o'clock, when I get hungry again, I'm going to cook a New York strip, sweet potatoes, avocado, and some fruit. That's what I eat. And I eat like that every day now. And when I decided I was going to switch my nutrition to that, that is what I did. That's what I was eating. Meat, eggs, potatoes, rice, fruits, and Greek yogurt for cravings, like late night snack type of thing, or like you need to hit your protein goal at the end of the day. Have some Greek yogurt. That's what I did. That was the number one. That was the biggest thing that I changed. It changed immensely within a week. Within a week, I noticed how the difference and how I looked, but was even bigger than that was the difference in how I felt. It was every day waking up with this energy, ready to get up early and attack the day every single day. No bad breath when I was waking up. If you wake up with plaque, if you get plaque sometimes on your teeth, I'm not, I obviously brush my teeth, but if you are one of those people who sometimes you wake up, maybe you're a mouth breather, you wake up and your teeth feel all weird. My teeth got whiter. I was getting no plaque on my teeth, no bad breath. My energy levels were through the roof. It was great. I loved it. So within the first week, I was sold on that. I was completely sold on the nutrition. And then the second thing that I did was prioritizing my recovery. So I was lifting, I guess I will talk about my split or whatever a little bit. I was lifting 6 days a week prior to this. And I decided that I probably wasn't getting the recovery that I should be getting, and that from here on out, I'm going to be lifting 5 days a week. And I know you can go even 3 or 4, 2 days a week, whatever. But what worked for me and what still works for me is 5 days a week. So I'm going 5 days a week, and I just immediately, within a couple weeks, started noticing what was my body was changing. Was I was taking more time off the gym and letting my muscles actually do what they're supposed to do, and that's repair. They need to get the protein that you're giving them and all the nutrients that you're getting them, and they need time to rest and recover. So for me, just lifting Monday through Friday and giving myself 2 days off, I come back Monday and I feel great. And what also pairs with that recovery is sleep. Sleep is huge. I worked a job where I was going into work every day at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was going and from 3 o'clock in the morning until noon, 1 o'clock most days. And I worked Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 3 o'clock in the morning. So when I was on the way to work at 2:30, 2:45 in the morning, there were people in Ubers coming back from downtown Athens as I'm on my way into work. So that was the biggest thing. And when I should say that I left that job because I was miserable, and that helped immensely with my sleep, because I was going to bed. I had to get up so early, but if you've done this before, if you've had to get up really early for something, it's almost, no matter how tired you are, it is hard to go to bed at 8 o'clock, especially in the summer. It is light. I was going to bed when it was light outside in the summertime because I had to get up at 2 to go to work. I mean, and most nights I had roommates and I'd be woken up, at midnight or 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning, just from stuff going on inside our house or whatever it was. Just terrible, terrible, terrible sleep. It was a terrible time. One of the worst times of my life. It was terrible. But once I left that job and was able to, get 7-8 hours of sleep every single night, progress through the roof, fat loss through the roof, strength gains through the roof. Through the roof. So that's number 2, was just overall sleep and then giving myself days off, rest days. I added an extra rest day to make it 2 rest days per week. And the third thing that I did is just move more. Be more active. And I get that some people, if you're really busy especially, it can be hard. It can be really hard to move more. But I tell people, like, if you work in an office, figure out a way, like standing desk or one that you can adjust. So maybe you sit for 30 minutes, you stand for 30. You sit for 30, stand for 30. When you get your lunch break, eat your food and go outside and go for a walk. When you get home and eat your dinner, go out in the dark if it's dark and just walk. 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. You don't realize how many steps you're saying. When I say you need to be getting 10,000 steps a day, because that's what I wanted. That was my goal every day, was 10,000 steps. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's a lot if I tell you, you need to go do your cardio and get 10,000 steps. Well, yeah, 10,000 steps on a treadmill is a lot, but it's not a lot when you're lifting 4 or 5 times a week. So you get your lift in, you're going to have a cardio session, okay? Then you're going to be able to, if you're at work, like I said, you need to just be trying to get on your feet as much as possible. Every, 15, 20 minutes or every half hour, get up and just walk around for a couple of minutes. It's going to help with your mental clarity, and it's going to help you get your steps in. It's going to help you burn calories. It's help you lose fat. So for me, what I did was, this is when, after I quit that job, and when one of my other roommates would get home from work, I had already gone to the gym, and I had already done, at this time I wasn't even doing any cardio at the gym, to be honest with you. I would go and lift in the morning, I'd go to work, whatever. By the time he would get home, we would usually go and play pickleball. This is when we just decided to pick up pickleball because it was fun. And we'd go play pickleball for an hour, and I don't even know how many steps I'd get. It was a lot. It was a lot of steps from just going out and finding time to be on your feet. And then another thing that we started doing was, every night after we ate dinner, him and I would go and we'd walk around our neighborhood every night after we ate. And that's what I'm saying. One of those things where it doesn't even have to be like, oh, you're sweating profusely from all this, crazy straining cardio. No, it's just simply steps. You got to move around. The more you move around, the more steps that you take, the more calories that you're burning, and the more food that you can eat too. Because like I said, this isn't supposed to be a starving thing. This is a sustainability thing. All right? Losing fat is supposed to be sustainable. I'm not talking about starving yourself for 2-3 weeks. Oh, I'm down 10 pounds. Yeah, you didn't eat for a week, bro. And then the first day that you decide you're going to go eat and you're like, oh, I lost 10 pounds. I deserve it. I'm going to go get a freaking Chipotle bowl. Yeah, you're going to gain like 5 pounds in a day or two back because you haven't eaten. You're not eating anything. It's just blows my mind. Blows my mind. You have to just move around more throughout the day. Like if you would normally get home from work and you get changed and sit down on the couch and scroll, like these are the times I'm talking about. If you, even if you, bring your food to work in a container, warm up your food and walk outside, walk and eat, just do something. You got to move more. That's another thing too, because, and if I wanted to, treat myself to something that was outside of that animal-based diet I was eating, or that I eat, I would go and I would do extra cardio. Like if we did pickleball, I would also go and run a mile, or I would also know that if it was Friday and I was like, you know what, I want to treat myself tonight. I want, to go get something. that morning after my lift, I would do 30 minutes of cardio, burn, 3, 4, 500 calories, and do my pickleball and do my walk after dinner. And then, yeah, I'll come home and like have a Halo Top ice cream, or like eat a little bit more because you've earned it. But that should be the mindset, not trying to starve yourself to lose weight, because that's what you're doing, is losing weight. The goal isn't to lose just weight. You want to lose fat. It's not about just losing weight. You want to lose fat, and you want the muscle that you have to pop. That's it. So yeah, those are the 3 things. Number 1 was my nutrition, switching to an animal-based diet for the most part. Red meat, fruits, vegetables, good sources of carbs like potatoes and rice. No pasta, no bread, none of that. Nutrition, rest and recovery. I added an extra day of rest. So I got 2 rest days a week. I was lifting 5 days a week. And then I also started getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night. Every night, which was huge. And the third thing was just simply moving more throughout the day. Moving more, being more opportunistic. Times when I normally would be sitting around scrolling or playing Xbox, I could be using that time to move around more, burn more calories. And it also, if you want, it's going to allow you the opportunity to eat more food if you want to. Do more cardio, burn those calories, and go and treat yourself to something. Don't go crazy and go pig out on a whole entire Ben & Jerry's and ruin your whole week of dieting. But go get something a little extra that you want. So, yeah, that's what I did to get in the best shape of my life. Peace.